Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Moto Insane. I hope you all are doing fine. So today I'm gonna give you a user review of the Apache 204V BS3. This is gonna be a long-term ownership review. I will be telling you about the advantages as well as the disadvantages of this motorcycle. So, talking about the advantages, the first advantages of this bike is the engine, of course. The engine on this thing is really a gem. This is the engine, guys. This is not at all like the other Apache engines from the previous generations, like the Apache 160 and the RTR 180, the 2-valve versions. This is the 4-valve engine, and let me tell you, this is super refined. This thing is really refined compared to the Apache's release before it. This is just really awesome. The second point about this is the exhaust note. Trust me guys, no bike in the 200cc segment sounds as good as this bike. Stay tuned. I will also show you guys the exhaust note. Stay tuned for that. Don't skip the video. And sorry about the condition of the bike, guys. It's been pouring out here in Kolkata from the last couple of days, so you just can't keep your bike clean. Also guys, I got this bike in the month of January in 2017. So it's been more than 3.5 years with this bike. And as you can see, I have done, let me show you guys. I've done 20,000 kilometers on this bike. And it's been really reliable for me. Also, I have done a couple of mods to this bike, couple of stickerings, here and there, the GoPro logo, Motul from where I get my engine oil, and this is just for show, guys. I don't have any air filters installed in this. Actually, I scratched up this part of the bike, so I just put a sticker to make it look good. I have also got a tail tidy and some stickers. I better not mention what these stickers are. Stud shifter helmet, spider gel grips, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and also a hazard light flasher and some aftermarket rear indicators. That's about it. So talking about the advantages, this bike has really never let me down. This is a very smooth engine, does about 95 to 100 on the highways without any jittering or whatsoever. It does it perfectly fine. As you can see, it's in a pretty good condition even after the rough rides that I've had with it. Another advantage of this thing is the fit and finish. Compared to the offerings from Bajaj in the 200cc segment, the fit and finish is really nice on this bike. It really feels premium, and also the paint quality on this bike is awesome. Much better compared to his rivals from Bajaj. Maybe the ones in Yamaha are a little better, or you can say that this one is close to coming in quality in comparison to Yamaha and Suzuki and all that. Better than Suzuki, you can say. The throw of the headlight is also awesome. It's sufficient enough for highway rides. The brakes on this bike are also awesome. The front brakes are really good. They have a really nice bite with nice progression, and I've never had any trouble with the brakes so far. Well, as for the rear brakes, they're not the best in the segment, but I don't think that any other bike offers good brakes in this segment. So it's good for normal stopping, but if you are hard on them, they will definitely skid. Also, this is the BS3 version, so no ABS, no nothing. As you can see, it has got the headlight switch. Also, I'm shooting this video near in the Eastern Metropolitan Bypass, as you can see, and it's about 5:30 AM in the morning, because where else you will find a quiet environment in India, right? It's gotta be early in the morning. So it's a very nice place to do a review actually, and I'll also give you a ride review after I'm done with all the talking. Oh, okay, so these were the advantages. Now let's come to the disadvantages of this bike. So okay, let me tell you one more advantage. The tires that come along with this bike are really nice. Look at it. This is the first set of tires that I got with the bike, 20,000 kilometers on, and look at the amount of grip left in these tires. These are really nice tires, quite good for cornering, not up to Pirelli standards, but they're quite good. These tires are developed specifically for this bike, so TVS have done a quite good job there with the tires. They are a bit finicky in the wet conditions, but otherwise really nice. Okay, now coming to the disadvantages. The first disadvantage that I faced, the first problem that I faced with the bike was this rear shocker. I think it's from KYB, Kayaba. It's a Japanese manufacturer. I think TVS gets its parts from them. So the issue I faced was that I got a piece with a manufacturing defect, wherein the shock was just not working at all. Even the TVS showroom people asked me that if I had driven the bike in very rough roads. I said no, it was just a new bike. Although I will give kudos to TVS, they replaced it free of cost, as the bike was under warranty of course, but they did take 6 months to bring the parts. So TVS, if you're watching this video, please take a note of that. Why should I wait 6 months after buying a new bike, right? Okay, moving on. I have had problems with a bit of rusting. As you can see, guys, there's a bit of rusting in the frame, and also some bolts over there which are rusting. And I park my bike in a closed garage, in a covered garage, so I don't know why this is happening. I don't think it's a major problem, but still, it's not that the rusts are started to it's not that the rusting has started to appear now. It was there since the first year of the bike. Okay, so coming to the next disadvantage is the seat comfort. Although the seat look very big, the rear seat is just unusable. I have had complaints from many pillion riders in the past that the rear seat is just, you just can't go for long rides in this seat, man. I have had multiple complaints from many pillion riders. I feel bad for them. And also the front seat is good, but it's not as good as it looks, you know. It looks quite big and has a lot of space, but it's not the best, I would say. Coming to the next disadvantage is tappet noise. So there are tappets over in the head over there, which become loose after a few kilometers, and they make horrible noise. It feels, I thought that my new bike was knocking, but then I got clarification that no, it was not sounds from the pistons, it was just the tappets making that noise. So that's quite annoying actually. Coming to the next disadvantage is the chain. Okay guys, as you know, it's the problem with all Apaches, the chain noise. No matter how much I lube it, it is gonna make noise after 200 kilometers. And the chain lube that they provide in the TVS service center is just waste. I have wasted my money on it a lot of times, and then it just doesn't work. So I use Motul chain lube, and I lube it once every 500 kilometers. It does the job, but I'm just not that happy with the chain. So guys, that was it about the advantages or the disadvantages. So now you know how the bike is. Overall, if you want me to tell about this bike, I think it's a really great bike. I think it's gonna last me much more, many more years to come. It's a really nice bike. You can definitely go for it. I've heard that the BS6 versions are even smoother, and now with FI, it's just awesome. Another thing I forgot to mention is that the bike refuses to start every morning. So I have made it a habit that since this is the carbureted version, this is the BS3, as you can see, this is the carburetor right here. So you have to choke the bike every morning in order to start it, and once you choke it and then leave it for 10 seconds, then it runs just fine. So that was another thing that I forgot to mention. Alright guys, that was my review about this bike. Overall, you can definitely buy it. It's a really good bike. I know many people go for the NS because it's got more horsepower, it seems, but this is just the best bike in this segment, man. Price wise, everything, quality wise, this is just best. And this is one of the earlier versions. Now they've even perfected it. This is one of the, I got it just after launch, so this is the earlier version, and they have done a lot of things to it after all that shit. So guys, that was it about the long-term ownership review. 3.5 years, 20,000 kilometers. If you like this review, please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below what are your thoughts on this bike, and what do you think is the best 200cc bike in India. Okay, so now it's time for you guys to hear the exhaust note. Okay guys, let's go for a ride and I'll show you how it performs. Is awesome. As you can see, right now it's 3000 RPM and it just pulls with a lot of torque. There's a lot of torque down low and in the mid-range. Unfortunately, there's nothing much in the top range, but that's how street fighters should be. Street fighters should have a good low and mid range. Higher ranges are for super sports. This is a perfect city bike and just awesome, man. I'm really happy with this purchase. Okay, let's do another speed run. Performs like a charm, man. Alright guys, that's about it. I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please like, share, subscribe for more insanity and more reviews and more cinematics, moto vlogs, just name it, moto content. Alright guys, signing off.